Hello everyone, this is Medical Gateway and today we're going to start a new chapter. So this is Guyton, chapter number 35, Resistance of the Body to Infection, Immunity and Allergy. Okay, so basically we're going to study regarding the immunity and allergy in this chapter. So let's start in this part. We are just going to study regarding the types of immunity. So what is immunity? This is the ability of the body to resist harmful organisms and toxins. So immunity is basically the defense mechanism of the body, the body's ability to fight against or to resist any foreign harmful organism or any toxin. So there are two types of immunities. One is innate immunity and the other one is acquired immunity. So first of all, we'll discuss innate immunity. So innate immunity is the immunity which is innately present inside the body, whereas acquired immunity is the immunity which is acquired after some insult or some foreign exposure to some foreign organism. Okay, so innate is innately present inside the body. So when we'll discuss it in detail, then it will be more easy to understand. So innate immunity consists of the skin, which is the anatomical barrier of the body. Then we have cells like WBCs, which perform phagocytosis, and then we have acid secretions and some chemicals. Okay, now the anatomical barriers like skin, they are innately present inside the body and they prevent the body against the foreign invaders. Okay, so this is included in innate immunity. Then we have the WBCs. So WBCs are also innately present inside the body. It is not the case that the body will only produce WBCs on exposure to some foreign invaders. Yes, the body will increase the number of WBCs when exposed to some foreign invaders, but they are innately present. So these WBCs do phagocytosis and they eat the foreign invader. Then inside the stomach, we have acidic secretion. So one significance of this acidic secretion is regarding the protein digestion. Okay, so the enzymes which digest the protein are activated in the acidic environment. So one significance is this, and the other one is this, that this acidic environment protects the body from any foreign invader which is present inside the food. Okay, then we have some chemicals like the lysozymes, basic polypeptides, complement complex, and natural killer lymphocytes. So what are the lysozymes? Lysozymes are the chemicals which are present inside the secretions of the body like tear, saliva, and milk. So these are the secretions of the body: tear, saliva, and milk. They have some enzymes which chemicals which prevent the body from the foreign invaders. So these are lysozymes. Then we have basic polypeptides. So these basic polypeptides are present at the points from where any foreign invader can enter inside the body. For example, the entry points like skin, eye, mouth, and gut. Okay, skin, eye, mouth, and gut. So basic polypeptides are present inside the mucosa of these points from where the foreign invaders can enter inside the body. Then we have complement complex, which are basically proteins. We'll discuss them in detail further in the chapter. Then also we have some natural killer lymphocytes, which prevent the body against some foreign invaders. So this is innate immunity. Okay, now we are going to discuss acquired immunity. So acquired immunity is the type of the immunity which the body will acquire after some foreign invader acts as a stimulus in the body. So body has the ability to produce this acquired immunity, but that will be activated after some foreign invader has invaded the body. Okay, and innate immunity was the one which is already present inside the body. So acquired immunity, there are two types of the acquired immunity. One is active immunity and the other one is passive immunity. So in active immunity, the body is actively producing antibodies, whereas in passive immunity, body is getting preformed antibodies from some external source. So in active immunity, body is actively producing antibodies, whereas in passive immunity, the body is getting antibodies from some external source, getting preformed antibodies from some external source. So active immunity and passive immunity both are further divided into natural and artificial types. So active immunity means the body is actively producing antibodies. So when does the body actively produces antibodies? When there is some infection, as in the case of natural active immunity. Whenever there is some infection, the body will produce antibodies. So this infection is a naturally occurring phenomena, and the body is actively producing antibodies against this infection. So this is the natural subtype of active immunity. Then we have the artificial subtype of active immunity. In this, the body is actively producing the antibodies, but the stimulus is artificial. For instance, the vaccination. So what is the vaccination? Whenever the vaccination is done, the body produces antibodies. Now the body is actively producing antibodies. We're not giving preformed antibodies, but these antibodies are being produced in response to some artificial stimulus, just like vaccination. So what exactly is vaccination? So the vaccination is a process in which the body is exposed to dead foreign organisms or semi-dead foreign organisms or some partial toxins of the foreign organisms, and the body just gets activated. The body thinks that I'm being infected, so the body starts producing antibodies. So in the infection and the vaccination, the body is actively producing the antibodies. So these both are the types of active immunity. But one is the natural form and the other one is the artificial form. Then we have the passive immunity. So passive immunity, again, the natural and the artificial types. So passive immunity is the one in which there are preformed antibodies which enter the body. So what is a natural phenomena in which preformed antibodies enter the body? So preformed antibodies enter the body of the babies from mother's milk or the fetus directly from the mother in the fetal life. So antibodies from the mother are entered into the body of the baby while in the fetal life, and also by the mother's milk. Okay, and then we have artificial passive immunity, and the body is not producing antibodies. That's why it's passive. The body is getting preformed antibodies and the source is artificial. So artificially made antibodies are injected into the blood. For instance, in some diseases, we just inject the body with the preformed antibodies. So that is passive immunity and its artificial subtype. So in passive immunity, the body is not producing antibodies. Some preformed antibodies are entering in the body. So there are two cases how the preformed antibodies can enter in the body. One by the injection, so that's artificial, and the other one from the mother to the fetus, which is the natural phenomena. Okay, so this is a classification of acquired immunity. So in this chapter, basically, we're going to discuss the acquired immunity. So one other way to classify acquired immunity is that there are two types of acquired immunity. One is humoral immunity and the other one is cell-mediated immunity. So the humoral immunity is the one which is because of B lymphocytes, and cell mediated immunity is the one which is because of T lymphocytes. B lymphocyte is causing humoral immunity, whereas T lymphocytes are causing cell mediated immunity. The B lymphocytes will produce antibodies, and then antibodies will fight the foreign invaders, whereas T lymphocytes will produce activated T lymphocytes, and these activated T lymphocytes will fight the foreign invaders. So basically, this whole chapter will revolve around the humoral immunity and the cell-mediated immunity, or the B lymphocytes and the T lymphocytes, and their final products, the antibodies and the activated T lymphocytes. Okay, so this was a basic introduction of immunity along with the classification of immunity. Okay, so this is it. See you in next part.